together in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
You ready? Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down, it's Cohen. He'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. First down, a run with Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Here we go, set. 60 or.
Yeah, let's go set lunch.
Watch the safety grip. Go.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Chicago! Corey Grant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
One, Omaha. Go ahead.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try to wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. He finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 27. Now Cohen, and he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the twist.
Off the toss, Cohen. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit them so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback. At least have the illusion that you have a running game.
Finding Gabriel complete. 14 yards into Chicago, first down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Kill.
On first down, Cohen. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 12-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 6-0 our score after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Breaks. 57 to Mike. I got you. You're online, baby. Get this. You're online. Hey, check. General West. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Hey, box drop.
2nd and 11. And he completes it to Cohen. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On the ready.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. This is Cohen on the toss. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Whenever I go to a team's practice facility and watch them work, I love to watch the defensive guys in what they call pursuit drills. The ball goes either towards them or away from them. How fast will they respond? On this play, the defensive end responded better than anyone and made a really nice play.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Coleman now. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
11. Check 45, come on. Check 45. Hey, Haywood.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Get the ball. Watch out. 45.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Garoppolo. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Ready up.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Set, ready? 8, read. 57. Mike, 57. Watch the backer. 5.
They're going to look to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
First down 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
He's checking. Crash. Check.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
65. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Dan.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Hurry. Now.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And this is Gabriel on the catch. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
11.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Here we go,
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, 4 down.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Hey, gun. Check 45, come on. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Hey, here we go. Hey, alert. Stay hot.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
45. White. Oh, you got deep? Hey, check Mike 45. Hey, Charlie. 45 the mic. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that.
Garoppolo again. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right. So we reach halftime here in a low-scoring affair. 6-0 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway.
That's it, baby. We're going to work. Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
21.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Over the middle, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Slam. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. I got you.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
58 to Mike, 58. 21. Here we go. Let's go, B, let's go.
Garoppolo now. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Hey, Delta. 58 to Mike. Let's go 1-1. And 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike.
On first down, Garoppolo. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
Here we go.
25 yards that time. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, it's Cohen. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here comes Pettis on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
Hey, orbit. 45. Mike, 45. Defense, win shit.
They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
I got you.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Coleman. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
8 yards on the pickup.
Here we go.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
12, fellas, here we go.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go. 12. What do you mean?
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Check tight. Check tight. Check
11.
Check hot route. Hot. Kill. Check.
Hey, gun.
On 2nd down now. It's Coleman. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
58 to Mike. Watch the pass.
11.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. I'm trying to collect.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Tackle was made by Joel Iyebuniwe. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I got you.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
Here we go.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And when you've already thrown 2 interceptions, you got to take extra special care of the football because that one could very easily have been a 3rd.
Yeah, off balance, pressure coming. Probably just has to stick that one in his pocket, right?
He does. I just think that when he's in a rut like this, I think this happens to a lot of quarterbacks, they try and overcome it by making big-time throws. Throws they know they shouldn't make, but they're hoping to complete them rather than having the confidence that they actually will.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
12, fellas, here we go.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
I got you.
They'll run it with Coleman. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
First down, San Francisco.
Here we go.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, 58 is a mic. Go, Bravo.
Squeeze, double.
58, right over there.
Garoppolo to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Watch tight. Tight is right.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go.
Yo. Slam.
To throw is Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. D Ford in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but just show.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Garoppolo looking to throw. This one complete to Coleman. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for George Kittle. Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 4 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Wait.
Now Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
1, Omaha.
45.
Hey, wahoo!
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Akella Witherspoon.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the 49ers, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Chicago, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.